Alright, good day everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel at Illumination of NG. So don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at process, okay, which is a method, okay, that has to do with the production of items within a given period of time. So when we talk about process costing, we're talking about a type of costing method, okay, that involves having to consider the cost of producing items that have to go stages, okay. These items, for them to be able to be fully converted to finished products, they have to go through various processes or what we call stages, okay. Now, unlike specific other costing, okay, which involves having to, produce a certain item, okay, based on the specification of the customer client. Process costing, on the other hand, involves having to produce homogeneous products, okay? Homogeneous products that require volume to produce, and therefore this, reduces the cost of production, okay? So in this video, we're going to be looking at, what process entails to, determine the cost of the processes, okay, from a department to another department, because in process costing, the output of a department becomes an input to another department. Let me give you an example. Assuming that we are producing this barrel, as you can see, this barrel may, go through of production. That is, there may be some departments within an organization that are involved in that is involved in the production of the casing of the barrel. Okay. We also have, when we open this barrel, for example, when we open this barrel, you will see that we have the inner part of do it, or the ink stored. Okay. So another unit or department within an organization can also be involved in the production of this specific item. Okay. So it means that we have been able to identify two specific departments or units, or two processes that this biro has to undergo before being produced. Number one is that to produce casing that will cover it. Look at how beautiful this is, okay? And number two, we have to produce this. And number three, there may be another unit or department that will be involved in filling up the ink into this pen, okay? So what we are saying in essence is that in process costing, we are concerned about the cost incurred, okay, during the okay, by each of the departments involved in the whole process of producing this pen. So in essence, we're saying that for us to be able to produce an item, okay, we have to undergo various processes, and this is more common in the oil and gas sector, soap manufacturing sector, and others. Okay, so like I've illustrated there with of a pen. Okay, so we can also see that for us to be able to produce this pen, okay, it has to undergo, number one, we have to produce the casing. Okay, we have to produce the pen itself, and also we have to also what find a way to fill in the ink, okay, into the pen. Okay, so these are three stages that we have been able to identify. Okay, and it okay, so as a particular unit or department, okay, that is involved, okay, in the production of this finishes production, okay, we in the other department, or those who are in the other departments, have to wait for a specific department to finish up, okay, his own production process before the materials are what are sent, okay, to the next department that is involved in other in taking up the production from there. For example, I have used the barrel to illustrate, assuming that the first stage of producing this barrel is to produce the cover, okay. So, or let's say is to produce the inner part of the barrel, which is the what where we have the ink, okay. So before we can fill up the ink, okay, we have to first do or produce, okay, the pen itself, okay. So when we produce the pen, we what those who are involved in the filling up of the ink into the pen have to wait. So the moment they wait, okay, we have to ensure that we complete the production, okay, of the first stage, okay, by ensuring that what we produce the pen itself without the ink. So we transfer the pen to what, which is the next stage, to those who are involved in filling up what the pen, okay. So then the third stage is for us to now move it down to those who are going to produce the casing. Like I said, like we have here, you can see that. So this is the casing. This is the casing itself. This is the casing. Okay, this is the casing, and this is the pen. Okay, so it also has an ink, okay, ink inside of it. Okay, so we have to ensure that that we complete the process before this becomes what a final product. Okay, you can see as we have now. So the pen is now what a final product as we have it here. Okay, so it has to go through various stages, okay, of production, and we have to ensure that what we cost all these processes. That is the cost of the first stage, okay, or the first department, okay, automatically is transferred to the second stage or second department that will handle what the other process, okay. So this cost is what is added up to any other cost or additional that the second department or the second processes is going to what entail, okay. Now add up again to the third process or department, okay. The cost that we are bringing the stage or second department will now be added up to the third department or those processes, okay, and this makes up what the total cost, okay, of the process of producing the various pen, because in process costing we are producing based on volume, okay. We are producing based on volume, and we are not producing based on specification, okay. So in essence, we're going to be looking at some questions, okay, in this class or in this video, okay, and we're going to do some calculations. And so let's just jump into the video and let's do some calculation. Thank you.